being brought together by the starting staff. Desert Sensation and Ballyculla, along with Fortunate George, are the first to leave the starting area then for this £50,000 Betfred Heroes Handicap hurdle. And Desert Sensation, he might not have been keen on the way down to the start, as Ollie said, but he's pretty keen in the race itself. You can see the white jacket on the front end as they make the turn, leading Ballyculla, Lord of the Island and Fortunate George. Rolling Dylan on the inside as they make this corner of El Terremoto. Midfield for Mr. Mix with Billy No Name, Connor Tabler. Then we have Behind Time, who's alongside the likes of Ruacana and also Fountain's Windfall as they arrive at flight number 1, at which Valhalla and KK Lexian were the back markers over it. Racing towards the second, and out in front it is Desert Sensation. Again, what appears to be a reasonable gallop, all over to the other side safely. Second for Ballyculla, Lord of the Island in third, with Fortunate George and Billy No Name up on the outside in the noseband. Then El Terremoto and Rolling Dylan as they arrive at flight number 3 and prepare to cross over the chase course to what is the softer part of the hurdles track. Desert Sensation out in front. Ballyculla still sitting in second place, Lord of the Island towards the inside in the blue and white as they make that intersection. Fortunate George's yellow jacket and Billy No Name wider out. Mr. Mix is the grey, then El Terremoto in the Manure and Suede colours. Rolling Dylan up the inside in the lilac jacket, just ahead of Ruacana, who's out wider. Then Mr. Mix, the grey, just ahead of the same owner's Connor Tabler in the white cap. Behind Time, KK Lexian's the back marker, leaving the back straight with Valhalla racing on the outside of Fountain's Windfall. So out in front, Desert Sensation making the turn back towards home for the first time. Towing the field along by just a length or so from Ballyculla in second place, Lord of the Island in third, Fortunate George in fourth place, and the pace has steadied down really. Everyone's pretty happy, it would appear, with their positions. No one showing any signs of anxiety, and the field are pretty well bunched, conserving the stamina they will need to ascend the hill in a circuit's time. So Desert Sensation still keen on the front end for Jamie Moore. Ballyculla in second, Lord of the Island lobbing along on the inside, Fortunate George next with Billy No Name. Mr. Mix on the outer of El Terremoto and Rolling Dylan. Ruacana closer to the stand side in the light and dark blue colours with the stars on the sleeves. Then Connor Tabler, Valhalla and Fountain's Windfall as they step over that. KK Lexian, the back marker. And Behind Time, still towards the rear of the field, but still well in touch in those green and yellow hoops with the white cap under Barry Geraghty. So this will mark the halfway stage of the jumping stakes, numbers 6 of the 12. Out in front, Desert Sensation with Fortunate George moving alongside. Trailing leg by a couple, and back of the field, Connor Tabler's just being ridden along. Connor Tabler hasn't really progressed from that success in this Contenders Hurdle 12 months ago, and he is being ridden, the only one really to be under any great pressure as Desert Sensation leads the climb of the hill. So Desert Sensation with Fortunate George in second. Lord of the Island races in third place on the inside of Ballyculla, then El Terremoto, a line of 4 with Rolling Dylan on the inside of Valhalla, and then the grey Mr. Mix and Billy No Name as they breast the rise. Then we turn towards Fountain's Windfall. Connor Tabler still being ridden, and Ruacana has also lost his place. He's the last one to corner there, and he stopped pretty quickly actually, Ruacana. Strong reminders, but he's about 5 lengths behind the other runners as they turn downhill. So a circuit under their belts. They're led throughout by Desert Sensation, Fortunate George in second, Ballyculla and Lord of the Island, and they've basically held the first 4 positions just about throughout. Mr. Mix is being ridden along in midfield behind Valhalla, who's made significant progress in the black and yellow. El Terremoto, Rolling Dylan's just picked his way through the inside throughout in the lilac colours with the red cap. Then Billy No Name. Fountain's Windfall comes next. Behind Time yet to make his move. Connor Tabler's been under pressure for a while, and KK Lexian is another who under a quiet ride is beginning to pick off a few. Ruacana gave that a belt and is now well behind the others. Desert Sensation it is with 5 to take. Fortunate George in second. Ballyculla wasn't too good there. Has been passed by Lord of the Island up the inside. Still Rolling Dylan and Valhalla are on the premises. El Terremoto, KK Lexian towards the outside in the pink sleeves, paddled his way through that, but he's making ground. Behind Time, still kept amongst horses, flicking on and off the bridle, but that's his way. Mr. Mix still under strong pressure, and now Rolling Dylan for the first time is also coming under pressure as they prepare to race towards the third last. Desert Sensation, Fortunate George and Ballyculla Lord of the Island continues to travel quite strongly just behind the leaders with Valhalla, El Terremoto, Fountains, Windfall. For the first time, Barry Garrett is just working on behind time in the hooped colours. KK Lexian trying to sweep round the outside, but Fortunate George presses on, leaving the back straight. From in second place, Desert Sensation, Lord of the Island and El Terremoto, and Fortunate George under Lake Naspel has tried to see this field off on the home turn and has ejected a 5-length advantage over Lord of the Island in second place. Desert Sensation, El Terremoto, fifth place then for Fountains, Windfall, KK Lexian and Ballyculla being ridden along. Fortunate George hasn't quite shaken off the pursuers. Lord of the Island, then Fountains, Windfall, Desert Sensation and El Terremoto as they head towards the second last. It is Fortunate George for Lake Naspel being pressed by Lord of the Island for Willie Twiston-Davies, and these two are moving away from the opposition at the moment. Fountains, Windfall is in third place, and it's Lord of the Island grinding alongside Fortunate George as they prepare to reach the second last. In third place, Fountains, Windfall looking weary. Off towards the last, it is Lord of the Island in the blue and white. Fortunate George gradually giving best now in second place. In third place and ridden along is Fountains, Windfall, then Desert Sensation, El Terremoto. Weary horses up towards the last. It's Lord of the Island who's gradually extending the advantage from Fortunate George. This is the last, and a good lead by Lord of the Island, who's over 4 to 5 clear from Fortunate George, being closed on for second by Fountains, Windfall, then Ballyculla and Desert Sensation. Only about half the field are going to finish here, and Lord of the Island is very, very tired indeed, but driven out. The Lanzarote third will bag his valuable prize, and the great season for Fergal O'Brien continues. The hands of Willie Twiston-Davies close for second, as Fortunate George was joined by Fountains, Windfall on the line. Ballyculla comes home in next place, I think, just ahead of Desert Sensation. Behind time never landed a blow, really. Conatable ran on through a few. They included El Terremoto, and also behind those, Billy No Name. They're the only other ones to finish. KK Lexian pulled up, Rolling Dylan pulled up, plenty of them pulled up. But when others were pulling up, Lord of the Island just kept on galloping. A punch of the fist there from Sam Twiston-Davies, as congratulating another big race win on ITV Racing for Lord of the Island.